Now, tell them about apartments.com, because people are like, well, I'm going to apartments.com. I don't see nothing for sale. That
Yeah,
is not how you utilize it.
right. So the key, right, is to find off-market deals, right? So obviously in apartments.com, you cannot find an apartment for sale. It's usually an apartments for rent. So the way to do it is you look at, apartments in your zip code or again in an area that you're familiar with, and you look for apartments that have maybe one of three or combination of these three things. One, the rents are low. Two, the apartments look outdated. And three, it's rated low, like 1 star out of 5 stars, right? So because if you have especially a combination of all of those three, chances are good the owner doesn't really like the property or tired of managing an apartment building.
Right.
So basically you call the owner and say, hey, we're very interested in your property. Do you want to sell? And at that point, no one knew the property was for sale, even the owner, right? Until you bring up the idea that that the property can be for sale, and that's how you can find an off-market deal.
Yep. Another great way, and since conferences come back, man, you got to get to some conferences and seminars. I've been meeting more and more people and putting more and more deals because I went to a conference.
Yeah.
I ran into money at a conference.
Right.
I met and listen, it's not necessarily that you'll find a deal at the conference. I think you will, but you potentially could meet other people that's doing what you're doing or at your level to help elevate you.
Yeah. I mean, think about it, right? Mike, you've been telling me that your best sellers, right, are sellers who are retiring.
Yes.
Right. And so what if you meet in those conferences and seminars, like a seller who has like 2,000 units and he's retiring, and it's like, if you get one contact like that, you got 2,000 potential units that you can buy from one seller, right? So
now let's go on the next one, man. So I think you guys get it. Here's a deal. Like I said before, one of my deals here, man, we turned the value around. I mean, we're in this for 1.7, 1.8 at minimum is worth 3.2, but it's upward of 5 million depending on the rent. I mean, this thing went from, what was so great about it, I mean, I thought based on numbers at minimum, we could be all in for 1.7 and it'll be worth like 2.3, right? 500 grand. Woohoo! Me and Nate kept battling back and forth because this was in a pocket. We was like, man, this could be worth, we could rent it for 900 and then eventually in 5 years, we'll get to 1,200. Well, dude, by year two, well, not even really year two, by phase 2 of the project, we were leasing at $1,100 to $1,200 a unit.
Cool.
And now we have 1,300.
Oh, it's 1,300.
Rents are going up to 13. I'm like, quit trying to push the rents. Like that's enough. But I'm at that point, I'm like, dude, this is not.
It's like, man,
but go find you a roommate.
Are we doing something ethical here? The rent is too high.
Yeah, like this is too high, bro. I mean, seriously, like I got a little bit of money, and okay, I'm not trying to be asshole. $1 million house, that's like $4,000 a month. Then you put taxes and insurance, you probably have 5 or 6 grand. All right. So you got people out here paying $2,500, $3,500 a month that don't have the resources like me.
Right.
And they only making 6 grand a month, which is good money. They making 60 grand. And then you throw a family in there, they broke.
Yeah. Yep. So I don't think
that's 60 grand. What now? Imagine you're on 20, 30, like the $700, $700 to $800 unit really doesn't exist anymore. It's there, but I promise you, they're pushing that rent up right away.
Right.
All right, let's go on to the next one. Tim Vest, like I said earlier, man, he finds a lot of his deals through his management group and through partners. Look, if you want to learn about more finding about deals, go to NassauInvest.com/waitlist, NassauInvest.com/waitlist. You know, Tim Vest, man, he's been doing extremely well. He's actually joined us as a coach. He's been doing that great, man. Like,
Yeah, now Tim is like what, 900 units now?
yeah, I'm trying to make him one of my guys. Like, man, go do these deals, bro. But Tim moving too fast. He been moving fast for me. All right, let's go on the next one. Hotels. Man, these colors are terrible.
That's what you want, guys. Ugly hotels.
Yeah, I mean, that's so old. And then look, it actually don't look bad.
That's the tagline now. I buy ugly hotels.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She actually is buying ugly hotels.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see what she's doing, but she's doing great. Commercial real estate brokers, you know, now for the hotel game, you really want to go to a conference. I met so many brokers through there, and they send in my hotel operators / managers, hotel lenders. My last 3 deals all been through lenders. Networking online, although I don't leverage it, but LinkedIn, I have a lot of individuals that invest or reach out to us through LinkedIn. But the hotel conference is big. You got the Hunters Hotel Conference. There's the NABHOod. Oh my gosh, NABHOod, which is basically it's the Black Hotel Conference Association. And man, it's so intimate. I didn't have any expectations, but it was amazing. You know, you're surrounded by other people that look like you, at least me, and you know, and they sharing how they got there. And what's so even great about hotels, like when I started, not only that I ain't know anybody. First of all, I ain't even know nobody that own hotels, right? Like a lot of people don't even know people that own hotels. So I only knew one person that knew a hotel, like physically knew the guy and could talk to him. Then by the time I went to the conference, like my whole group of people own hotels. And now I'm going to another one. Now it's $1 billion. Like we were looking at $1 billion, like that's only for these high-end corporate, famous or unfamous people, right? There's guys like me and you, yes, you on this call, that literally went from 0 to hero and own numerous hotels, and they doing it on a big scale over $1 billion.
And no one heard of them.
Nobody even knows who they're. Matter of fact, let me tell you how wealthy these guys are. Nobody even knows who they are. Famous people with plenty of money. Matter of fact, Will Packer. Those you don't know who that is, Will Packer is a famous African-American producer, director of films, Ice Cube, Mike Ealy, yeah, Mike Ealy, the actor, Kevin Hart, all these people, right? So my guy, oh man, I can't think of his name, but man, I can't think of all their names. But Thomas, Hospitality Group, yeah, Warren Thomas, man, I can't even get all these names out of so many, but all these sitting on the thing. Will Packer, Ludacris, and all them coming up. And even when what's the boxer? Floyd Mayweather met them.
Yeah.
They was like, Floyd was like, who the fuck are y'all? Like, y'all black and got this kind of money? Like, Warren had like 4 different yachts.
Wow.
Warren got 4 different yachts. Big boys. Got all the cars and the planes.
And Nate has a kayak.
Yes. He snuck that in on
And Nate will be like, oh, really? Now Nate will be motivated to buy a yacht.
But no, man, it's all doable. And a lot of these guys started with, I can't say they ain't start with nothing, but they were all in the room, and that's how they got there.
Yeah, who you know matters more than what you know.
Yes, Charles just texted in, dude, these techniques work for the industrial too. Yeah. I mean, man, now with social media, man, even cold calling owners, it still works. Industrials work because everybody's not in that market. So it's competitive, but not as competitive. So I mean, Charles, you can do extremely well in the industrial market. You just got to understand the numbers, and it's still kind of the same thing, but just a little slightly different.
Yeah.